Well, so good evening, everyone. I'm calling to order the special select board meeting of May the 9th. It is now 6:30 and welcome everyone. I see I will monitor the chat and Michael will remind me to monitor the chat, but
move that cursor.
Yeah, really. They put this thing so close to the whole thing. All right, there we go. All right, so let's see, may I have an agenda there, please? Just to make sure I do this correctly. Thank you very kindly. So the first order of business tonight is that we will recognize the public. Jeanette, it's very nice to see you here. Thank you for making time in your day. The rules of procedure are here on the table under Veranda's piece of paper, and they describe how we function during our meetings. The single item on the agenda this evening is the consideration and disposition of the draft town plan 2022 to 2030. And I will just say for the record, and if there's anybody watching, that last night there was a meeting, the final hearing hosted by the select board on the draft town plan. The draft town plan had come from the planning commission. We were following all the protocols described in statute. And so there was a 2-week freeze on the plan. And last night there was a hearing about that plan. And tonight we will make a decision about whether to adopt the plan or send it back to the planning commission for more work. There are two options. One is that we would send it back for changes, more work. The other one is that we would send it back to start the planning process all over again. I think that's probably not in our interest. I'm guessing, I don't have a crystal ball, but someone may want to suggest that. So I would propose that in order for us to do the business this evening, we first need to have a motion on the floor.
I move that we accept the 2022-2030 town plan.
Thank you. And Veranda seconds that. I will just say clearly that the motion needs to read that that the select board will adopt the plan. Okay, we're accepting it from the planning commission, but we are adopting it. Okay, if that's what we choose to do. Okay, here is Maggie Foley. Let's admit Maggie. Hello, Maggie. So I think that now I would ask if there's any discussion about oh, Maggie left.
Well,
I will ask if there's any discussion about the motion. Is there anything anybody wants to say? I will say a couple of things. Seeing none, thank you. I will simply acknowledge that there was a friendly conversation, a very civil conversation, a very open conversation last night that lasted, once we got the meeting started, lasted about 20 minutes. And in that period, we heard from the community about concerns and recommendations to adopt the plan. And we have notes from that, and we will carry those forward, hand those notes back to the planning commission. There were some good points brought up, but it seems that we are perhaps interested in adopting the plan. Is there any further discussion? All right, because this is a hybrid, I do need to say also two things, just two little points, I'm sorry, about the plan. The plan was approved by the planning commission at a certain point. They approved it with the proviso that there would be 2 small adjustments made to the plan after their approval. They approved that language coming in. It just wasn't ready for at the moment they were approved. That was dropped in. It's now what's on the website now. People have been able to read it. It speaks to what the list of the planning commission members will be at the front of the book, and it talks that there's a paragraph about recognition of Indigenous peoples, our place in Guilford, where we are. Those were both anticipated by the planning commission, so those are there. I just want to acknowledge that those were put into the plan before the freeze period, so we're not changing anything at this point. We're simply accepting it if we do, where it stands right now. And then we will, once it's finished, we'll get a final copy, final, everything done, and pass it on then to the Wyndham Regional Commission after we go through the steps we need to go through to get it there. All right, any other comments? Thank you for your patience. All right, since this is a hybrid meeting, I will take a roll call. Rusty.
Aye.
Richard.
Aye.
Veranda.
Aye.
Michael. Aye. And Zahn says aye. Thank you all very much. Is there any further business to come before the select board this evening?
I just wanted to thank Jeanette Tokars for her wonderful facilitation and her spirited engagement with all this, and also to thank Sheila for stepping in, and to thank Peter and the old planning commission. I feel as if a lot of people's efforts went into this, and I feel as if we have settled this with graciousness.
I think we have to, and I'm looking forward to the next steps as we go forward. So
I move that we adjourn.
is there a second?
I will second.
Michael seconds. Is there any discussion about that? I will just say, I'd like to say thank you to everyone for this entire process, and thank you for your engagement, and looking forward to moving forward. So on that, Rusty.
Aye.
Thank you, Rusty. Richard.
Most certainly.
Veranda.
I say yes.
Michael. Aye. And Zahn says aye as well. All right, meeting is adjourned. Thank you very kindly. The meeting is adjourned at 6:37.